Woo! Okay. Hey, everybody. We're sorry we're late. It's about 15 minutes late. It's vacation and holidays and all that kind of stuff going on. So everybody's kind of arrived late. And then, of course, technology is going to get the better of us, as it always does. And before you know it, we've overrun and we're late. So we apologize, but we are here. So welcome to another episode of the Kubuntu Podcast. I'm Rick Timmis, and joining me as usual is Ovidiu-Florin. Hello, mate. How you doing?
Hello. I'm still preparing everything from the show notes to have everything ready. So here it is. I can just show it to you. So usually before the show we keep adding stuff. Hey, this is what you want to show for the month before the show, and right now I'm just getting stuff out of the show notes and preparing them because I just got home.
We're all a little bit
we're a last minute team.
Oh yes, we are. And Aaron is here with us as well, mate. How are you doing? Have you been a hectic day for you as well?
Geez, my mic doesn't want to work on my laptop, and now I have to use an external web camera. So yeah, technology's getting the best of me.
You see, you don't get this kind of trouble when you're broadcasting on the BBC.
Oh jeez.
Okay, so cool. Right. Well, we've got messages coming in through Telegram, and we've got obviously our IRC channel, so you can get in touch with us there. irc.freenode.net. Come and join us. #Kubuntu-podcast. If you've got some questions, you can post some information in there. And all kinds of things, which we'll tell you more about as we go on in the show. But first of all, let's find out what everybody's been up to, because I haven't caught up with you guys for a little while. So how are things with you, Aaron? What have you been up to today?
I've been messing around with my Nexus 7 with Ubuntu, trying to get it to work properly.
Okay.
And it's finally working with the new updates. So I'm very happy about that. And trying to update the documentation without breaking anything, which I think I failed in doing. But that will get fixed.
Cool. Well, fantastic. It sounds like you've been really busy. Really busy. Good stuff. And how about you, Ovidiu? What have you been up to?
Many things. Besides the usual work schedule, I've participated at the third Docker birthday party, and I was a mentor there, which I want to show you guys and tell you more about that. And
okay.
I've been doing some coding here and there. I fixed some bugs on something, I reported bugs. So I've been trying to be active in the community. Not much success there, but I've done something.
Cool. Excellent. Okie dokie. So, good stuff. All right. Well, I'm just going to put this timestamp in here as to what it was. Okay. In today's show, coming up, we've got lots of news coming back with lots of things that have happened over the last months. We've got plenty to tell you there. We're also going to take you through some updates. We'll let you know what we've all been doing, and we'll go through some of those things in detail. We've got our usual In Focus section, where we'll be spending some time looking at things in a little bit more depth there. And we've got plenty of feedback as well from the community, people writing to us and telling us what's going on. So that's what's coming up in the show, so stay with us, won't you? All right. Okay, so, well, let's get into a little bit more detail then about what you've been doing, Aaron, because I can see that you're up on the top here, and it says updating docs.kubuntu.org. Yeah, tell us a little bit more about that, because this is the work that you've been doing in Sphinx with the RST stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been moving over work that Google Coden did during the December to January time frame, trying to get everything up to date on there.
Okay.
I think I'm about 35%, 40% done with updating everything.
That's pretty cool. Okay, so you've been keeping that up to speed. So, but it sounds like you've still got quite a lot of work to do then. to bring that fully up to speed and get everything. Did you get a lot of commits from the Google coding stuff?
There was a lot of grammar issues that were fixed in the installation page particularly, and changes that I have missed with dead links and stuff, so that's always great to have them fixed up for the LTS coming up end of this month.
Cool. I know I'm going back. You know, it may well have been last year now, late last year, perhaps around heading up to Christmas. But I spent some time doing some work on. I basically cloned the RST files from GitHub. So I went to your GitHub page and cloned the documentation from there. And in my copy, so my cloned copy, I added some docs with regard to KDE activities. But what I wasn't able to do, I couldn't seem to get it to build correctly, to actually build into the docs. I must have been doing something wrong. So that's why you haven't got a pull request from me and to put that documentation back. But I suppose my broader question to you is that the correct way? If people want to contribute or add more detail to the docs or add sections to the docs, can they do that by cloning your GitHub and then passing a pull request back to you? Would that be the right approach?
They can do that. I do need to go over this weekend and update the GitHub copy versus what's on the actual server. But I was mostly directing the Google coding to go to the wiki, userbase.kde.org/Kubuntu, and update that, and then I'll just look at the changelog and update it on the server end into the RST files, and then rebuild it.
So that sounds like there's two lots of documentation going on. There's the wiki, and then there's obviously the docs.kubuntu.org, which is built from the RST. Is there a reason why those two are separate, Aaron?
I kept the wiki up there so people could a lot easier to get logged in and to make the changes, and then I'll make the changes on the server side and rebuild it on there. The wiki, I feel like it's much more easier just to make an account and log in and fix things up versus like learning how to use Git and everything.
Cool. All right. Well, I tell you what, I'm just going to leave the docs for a moment because I'm looking at the bullet points of some of the other stuff that you've got going on here, and I'm really interested in throwing a release party. What's this throwing a release party then, Aaron?
Oh, that's when a bunch of people in your local area, your loco as we call local community, get together and organize having a party to celebrate all of the hard work during the release cycle. My loco had one Sunday, a barbecue style, a pre-release party, and we had the American style hot dogs and hamburgers, and we also had some drones flying around, which was really a lot of fun for everybody, I think. So.
Wow, cool. So did you have a barbecue or something like that then? If you were saying you must have, it was an outdoor event with a barbecue and.
Yeah. Let me see if this will work for me. Can people see that?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that looks like a pretty good picture. Let's just see if I can put that into present to everyone. There we go. I've got the pictures up into present to everyone now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we picked a nice spot under the trees with a grill right by the bathrooms.
Looks like there's a lot of leaf coverage on the floor there. Is that all leaves on the floor?
Yeah, that's mostly all leaves there.
Is it just me, or do you guys look kind of isolated over there?
We were. I guess you could say we were right near the entrance, so I guess you could say we're kind of isolated. I mean, we're surrounded by. I can never say those. What's the name of that thing, right? Even in. Can't think of it. The structure, the.
Bandstand, pagoda.
I don't know. It's a structure that you can rent out that has a roof and it has a cement floor, everything, and then a bigger grill. we didn't pick one of those because we wanted a smaller area, and for the amount of people, we couldn't justify $150 just to rent it for one day, versus having that little nice spot for ourselves for free.
Sure. There seemed to be quite a lot of people in the background there, though. Did you get any people kind of wandering up, wondering what Ubuntu was, or asking you about what was going on?
Yeah, we had a few people come. The beginning, we tried to put the sign on the fence, and the people there told us we had to take it down. But and then they asked what was Ubuntu and everything, and we explained to them what it was, an operating system and community all in one. We've gotten 2 new people who are Ubuntu users in the area into our Telegram group and meetup and everything. So I consider it a success.
Absolutely, so do I. Sounds really, really good. Sounds really good. All right, good stuff. So, what about you then, Ovidiu? What have you been up to since we caught up to you last? You didn't put anything in the bullet points here.
I know I didn't. So
It's cool.
The most important thing that happened since the last show, the KD CERN sprint happened, and that was an awesome experience. Awesome is not even nearly enough to explain what happened there and what I felt being there and meeting all those people. Oh, by the way, let me just... Hey, Wiki to Learn people.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Christian. Thank you, Christian, very much. I'm just sending the message about the podcast into Wiki to Learn channels on Telegram, so people from Wiki to Learn can hear that we are talking about Wiki to Learn.
Ah, cool.
Okay. So, okay, I see the spectator count is growing. Hello, new watchers. So, I was talking about what happened at the KD CERN sprint. We were a lot of people there, like many. I don't know, I haven't counted, but over 40. Over, I don't know, maybe 50, 60, I don't know, a lot of us.
Yeah.
But about 80% of us were Italians, which was, from my point of view, it was a lot of fun and very productive, but not so. I don't want to express that we just had fun there, because we didn't just have fun there. We had fun, of course, but we did a lot of work. We worked on so many things. Especially Wiki to Learn guys, they've started this project called Target 1000 or something like that. Someone from Wiki to Learn is going to scream at me anyhow because I got this wrong, so yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
Okay.
So, and that's Project 1000. That's it. That's the name.
Okay.
That's a project where they're trying to get 1,000 people involved in the Wiki to Learn project. To get them involved, that means editors, that means reviewers, that means maintainers. What's that word of someone who makes sure that spam doesn't get through?
Moderator?
Moderators, yeah. Thank you.
Ah, yes, well done.
Well, moderators and, of course, tech people, sysadmins, programmers, and many, many more. Oh, I'm getting karma. Thank you, Gianluca. For those who don't know, we have in Telegram a bot that whenever someone does something good, they get +1 with karma. So we get a lot of karma. Whenever somebody does.
Ah, right. Okay. Was that the bit where it says your name and then ++? So
yeah,
an increment.
Yeah, that's a thing. I just got a Karma Plus because I was talking about Wiki to Learn on the Kubuntu Podcast.
Ah, cool. Okay. Yeah, that's really good.
So.
How many days was that for then? How long were you at CERN for?
I got there Sunday night, Actually, it was Monday morning. It was half an hour past midnight.
Whoa.
Okay.
I got there exactly a few minutes before the hotel reception closed. And I left. Well, the leaving part was kind of ugly. So I checked out on Sunday afternoon. I checked out and I waited in the canteen for the rest of the day till about 10 o'clock in the night or something. And at 10 o'clock, or no, at 11 or 12 o'clock in the night, I left from the hotel, got into public transport, got to the airport, spent the night at the airport, and took off at somewhere around 7 in the morning.
Whoa.
So what was the coolest thing that you worked on then throughout the sprint? What was the thing that you felt added the most value, you guys as a group?
So first, let's say who participated. Besides the Wiki to Learn guys, who they were split in multiple teams for different topics, and you can follow them to see what they worked on. Besides that, there were the Plasma guys, there were K-Develop people, they were documentation, VDG.
That's the visual design group, isn't it? KDE
Yeah.
visual group.
Yeah, that's a visual design group. And when I got there, the first thing I did, my initial plan was, hey, I want to work on the wiki, on the tech-based wiki, and improve the beginner's guide. But that kind of changed from the discussions we had, and I saw that they wanted to alter a bit the wiki, and they wanted to change the program, the purpose, and clarify the purpose of each wiki. So content started moving around, and so I said, okay, I'll just code then. Since I don't want to stay in their way, and I would be more useful coding maybe. I don't know. I just went in that direction. So I started coding, and I worked on K-Develop and made some commits. And besides that, I also worked with Wiki to Learn people. I helped especially the sysadmins and some of the developers. And I don't know, come on, people who were there, help me. Can't you see I'm babbling? Tell me something. What else did I do? Besides doing the sysadmin's plans.
Cool. Okay, so well, that certainly I can tell that I certainly know that there was plenty of people there, and it was a really good and fun event because, of course, whilst you were away at CERN on that sprint, we in the Kubuntu community, we had our first packaging party, which we set up online, and we arranged that with Google Hangouts, and which promptly we ran out of space in the Hangout almost instantly the moment we started the thing. Aaron set up a Mumble room for us, a Mumble room chat server, which we had a few people join us on that, and there were plenty of people on IRC, and of course you joined us from that big bus at CERN, from the top of the bus with a whole bunch of people.
Yeah. I just got a few messages from people and said, "You were on a bus. Don't forget you were on a bus."
That's what Clive said too.
Yeah. I like to work from the bus because who doesn't want to work from the bus? David, who was my roommate, he just reminded me that I did a lot of broadcasting. So I played around and started to learn open broadcasting software, so that we have a plan to test it and maybe use it for the podcast. We'll see. So I played around a lot with it, and many events and many parts of the sprint were published live on YouTube, and you can still find them on some of my channels, some on Kubuntu Podcast channel. So keep an eye out for those.
Clive Joe asks, Clive says, was the bus underground? It looked like it was certainly indoors. Where was the bus? Was it in the facility?
Yeah, it was inside. I'll try to find it.
Parked inside. So, Well,
I'll try to find a picture and show it to you guys whenever I can.
okay. Well, I'm not going to labour this too much because I'm going to go. I'm going to move. I'm going to move out of this segue now into another segue in a moment. But just to go back to the packaging party that we put together, the Kubuntu packaging party was a really good success. We ended up spending many hours. Aha! Here's some pictures of the bus. Let me put you on to present to everyone, and you can show some pictures of the bus whilst I talk. There you are. And so Ovidiu is going to flick through some pictures of the CERN sprint whilst I just tell you about the packaging party that we ran. So we set up the packaging party. It was due to start at about 8 o'clock on the Friday night, and it went on till about 2 a.m. in the morning. So it was about 5 hours in the end of just literally the community hanging out, chatting with people, talking to different people, chatting about different stuff. There were loads of people that turned up from all different areas of Kubuntu and Ubuntu, and we had a lot of fun. But as I said earlier on, we found that the Google Hangouts, we couldn't get enough people in there. We ran out with the 10 limit. We hit that almost immediately, and there wasn't enough room in the Mumble room. But a little bit later in the evening, we went off and we used a system called Big Blue Button. And Big Blue Button basically is an educational video conferencing suite that is provided predominantly to the education service, but you can use it for group meetings and so on and so forth and things like that. Well, we were very fortunate as a group, the Kubuntu community, to actually be joined in the Big Blue Button room by Fred Dixon. Now, Fred Dixon is the product manager for Big Blue Button, and so he wanted to know how all of a sudden the Kubuntu community had rocked up en masse onto one of his machines on the servers, and there were about, I don't know, 8 or 9 of us in there all chatting away and poking the buttons and seeing what this thing could do. So Fred must have seen the activity on the server and wondered what was going on, so came in and joined us. Well, the wonderful news was that he decided that he would give us a Big Blue Button server. So the Kubuntu community now has its own Big Blue Button server where we can join many people, 10, 20, 30, 40 people in a video conference for a packaging party. And so that is where we're going to be holding our next packaging party, which will be on Friday, the 15th of April. So that's a week on Friday, not this Friday, the following. So a week on Friday. We're going to start again at 8 o'clock. Philip, I can never pronounce his second name, but Yoffel, so I think it's Philip Muskovac. He's going to provide us with a server that we can use to do some packaging. So we're going to set up and do some packaging, and we would like to invite you, our Kubuntu podcast audience, to come along and join us. Now, the event is being advertised on Google+, but we will provide the links to the Kubuntu Big Blue Button server along with all the other information, and you can of course find out more details on our website as well. So a big thank you to Fred Dixon and the team at Big Blue Button for providing the Kubuntu community with this wonderful facility. Okie dokie. All right, so let's move on swiftly and get into the news articles, because the show always overruns, doesn't it? So let's see what we've got first of all. A video.
Wiki2Learn people are getting crazy about me mentioning them on Telegram.
Oh yeah, are they? Well, that's really good. We'll put some links in the show notes actually for those people that are interested in going and taking a look at the activity of what's going on with Wiki2Learn. It is an absolute credit to the Wiki2Learn guys actually, the guys and girls that are involved in that community, because they're making a lot of noise. I keep hearing about Wiki2Learn in different channels in and around the free software community, and that's what it takes to develop a community. You simply have to do it. You know, don't spend too much time asking on the mailing list. Don't spend too much time considering and deliberating and discussing. Sometimes actions speak louder than words, and that's been the case with the Wiki2Learn guys, and they're just making it happen. So it's a real credit to them. All right. So first up, then, we've got KDE Neon covered by Jupiter Broadcasting. This is in the news. Who posted this one?
I think I did.
Okay, cookie.
So, for those that don't know, KDE Neon is a KDE project that is somewhat based on Kubuntu, and its purpose is to provide latest KDE packages, or stable and unstable, for people who want to have the latest KDE. Also for developers who want to test out some things. And the Jupiter Broadcasting team did a nice coverage about KDE Neon, and ours truly, Jonathan Riddle, he was invited in the show, and he talked about what KDE Neon is and what KDE Neon isn't, and how it is and what it works like. So if you guys want to also check out that show, we're going to have a link in the show notes.
Ah, fantastic. All right. I'm going to go and take a look at that. Actually, that'll be quite interesting, because I know there's been a lot of work going on in the Neon project. Be interesting to find out more about it. So this point here is that one that I posted, which is all to do with BOGDAN Live, the KDE video editing suite. So basically, there's been a lot of sprint and development work running recently on KDE Live. And the development team have come together and spent a lot of hours sprinting and working on bug fixes and improving things for this latest release, the release of BOGDAN Live 1604. I was joined...
I'm presenting their article right now.
Thank you. Thanks, Ovidiu. I was joined recently in IRC by Vipinion, who that's his IRC chat handle. And he was talking and asking about KDN Live and explaining about it. So up here in this article, which is linked to in the show notes, you can actually go and get the latest KDN Live PPAs. And Vipinion was explaining that it's really important. Do go and do that, because there are a lot of changes that have been put into this release, KDN Live. In particular, some feature improvements, but more importantly, many bug fixes that aren't actually currently in the Kubuntu/Ubuntu official repositories. We are going to be talking to the developers and the packagers to find out what we can do about that, to get that updated. And also, I'd asked them whether the KDN Live team would come and join us on Kubuntu Podcast to tell us more about KDN Live and more about the development and the community around it. And they have agreed to do that, but we haven't got a date yet. So I'll let you know more about that in the future. And of course, what we will also do is at some point in a future show, we will put together a small KDN Live demonstration where we'll show you how to go about getting started with this really cool video editing tool. So that's enough from me on KDN Live. So next up in the news is the Docker birthday party.
Oh yeah. So this March 26th, Docker got to turn 3. So Docker turned 3 years old. For those that don't know, Docker is an awesome project that takes advantage of the Linux kernel, of some functionalities from the Linux kernel, that allows you to have something like chroot with steroids, and more steroids, and a bit more steroids on top of that. So, so it's something between a chroot and a virtual machine. I don't want to get into all the details about what Docker is. It's an awesome project that many developers use, and not just developers, also sysadmins. Basically, it allows you to run whatever application you want in any environment that you want. So I can run, right now, I can start on my computer an ancient version of Firefox, and I want to run it on latest Ubuntu. Or I want to run on and test how I have installed the latest Ubuntu on my laptop, and I want to test how it works with the LTS. So I can do that. I can just start an instance of a Docker container, and I use Docker for that. Maybe Christian Baldi will want to talk more about that because we had a Docker experience together at CERN. Okay.
Cool.
And what happened? The Docker birthday party was celebrated across the globe. We had one organized in Timișoara and one in Brașov in Romania, and those are the ones that I know most about. I participated at the one in Timișoara, and I was a mentor there. I helped newcomers to learn about what is Docker and how it works and when to use it and how to use it. There's a link in the show notes about the Timișoara event. If anybody wants to check out, there are a lot of photos over there. Maybe I'm going to show you some if I can right now. I'm not sure if I can. I can show you only one by one. Yeah. I'm going to try to show you just a few pictures so that.
Were there many people there at the party then that you attended?
Can you see? Can you see the pictures now?
Yes, can see them. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. So this is basically me introducing them and showing them. There weren't very many people, but there were a few. You probably can't tell from the pictures.
You've got a nice room now, nice room with a good wall to project on. That's pretty cool.
Maybe if I go here, I can. Can I have a slideshow or something?
There's
Play
a button up
slideshow.
there.
Yeah, but the pictures are kind of small.
That's okay. We can see what's going on. So you were obviously doing some sort of lecture or presentation here, because I can see you.
Yeah, that was the introduction.
Okay.
And there was also a contest. Whoever managed to get the fastest images set up and the environment set up and do some work on some application got to participate in the global contest to win a Docker scholarship and to win some tickets to the DockerCon. So this contest was global.
Oh, cool. Sounds very good.
So they had to do a practical tutorial with, and whoever did it won. As you can see here, this girl won a T-shirt because she finished the tutorial. Everybody who finished the tutorial got a T-shirt. As you can see here, some of them are showing off their T-shirts. But everybody.
You can see there are more people there now. That's
everybody's there banging on their computer. Some people were on Windows, some were on Linux, some were on Macs, and me and Radu, we were the mentors there, and also Adina, who was the organizer/mentor. We were trying to handle and help everybody. But cool. we also worked on the project ourselves.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to have to press forward a little bit because I want to try to keep everything on target, and we've got quite a lot in the news here because I've got news coming in from Canada. So this was given to us earlier in the month, and this is from Toronto, the Toronto Ubuntu Loco, and the links are in the show notes to this. But I will let me just see whether I can screen share this particular window with you, and then you can see. Hopefully it's going to do it. There we go. And then if I just put this up to present to everyone. Brilliant, somebody's already done that. Okay, so this is the Xenial Xerus release party. It's going to take place on Thursday, the 21st of April, at 8 p.m. Eastern EDT, Eastern something time. I'm not very good with time. Eastern. Why doesn't it say EST then instead of EDT? Man,
they want to mess up with you.
I just want the world to become. Can everything just go to UTC? Then I'll know what I'm doing. That'll be great. Anyway, so there's a party there. It is an attend. There is endless, bottomless pit of coffee as much coffee as you like, and decorate your own homemade cupcakes, and everybody is welcome. And you can find out details all about that in our show notes. There's links to that as well. All right, next up it says Movidius is using Kubuntu. Who has posted that one?
I have posted that. Movidius is the company where I work, and I just got approval to make this public. I want to show you a picture which I took. Let me get the screen sharing on. Here you go. Present to everybody, and here you go. So Movidius is the company where I work. Ovidiu is creating a new line of processors for many purposes, and we are using Kubuntu, not only for development but also for testing. So what you see here in the picture is one of our testing machines, and it runs Jenkins on it, and you can see there the load and Jenkins. This is one of those Linux in the wild, Kubuntu in the wild pictures that I had to go through about 3 people and a few days of approvals just to be able to get this picture public.
Okay, and is that looks like is that somebody's monitor on the desk, or is it a video? Is it a wall-mounted screen?
This was a temporary TV that we had on top of a closet. Right now we have a bigger TV that's wall-mounted, and the Jenkins widget is full screen. And we have that over there that whenever some tests fail, it turns yellow. If the build fails, it turns red, and then somebody has to go and fix it. And we had this prepared for the picture, so I asked them, hey, make something break so that I can take a picture of this, so I can show people, hey, we're using Kubuntu here.
Where do you get that screen with the big yellow and you got yellow and red bars? Is that part of Jenkins, or?
It's a Jenkins plugin that it allows you to track whatever jobs you want, and it shows you their status, and it's built especially for this, so you can put it on a big screen and show them. And whenever something crashes, people say, "Hey, something's red. Someone did something bad." And as you can see in the yellow part, the text is bigger for those that fail, so that it's obvious what failed and what happened.
And that looks like it's running LTS 1404, is that?
Yes, that is 1404 because we wanted a stable version. Since this is a testing machine, so this is the machine that it just runs Jenkins. That's all it does. Just runs Jenkins. Right. But we're using Kubuntu for it, and I'm very proud for that. We're also using Kubuntu on many computers, and we're also using KDE on more computers, but still Ubuntu and Unity is the most popular. What can I do? But this is something that I wanted to show off, that Movidius is using Kubuntu for many things. And of course I couldn't take pictures of the development computers because, yeah,
fair enough. Of course you couldn't. No, of course you couldn't. Okay, well that's really cool, and it's really great to see Kubuntu being used in enterprise in the wild. So that's a big thumbs up for that. Somebody needs to ding Ovidiu. In fact, let me ding Ovidiu another. I'm going to ding you some more karma, my friend, because that is definitely worth some of that. And then I can see whether it works as well.
I don't think it works because we don't have the bot here.
Oh, which room is the bot in then, my friend?
Almost any other room except the podcast channel.
All right, okay. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can give you some more plus. Did I get it there? Yay! There you go. Ovidiu now has 3 karma. All right, good. Well, you're on a roll with the news, my friend. You've got it all coming in. Tell us now. What's this Octeta bug? What's this about?
So, guys, do you know what's Octeta?
No idea.
Nope.
Rick, you're a programmer. You should know what Octeta is, and you're a KDE fan. You should know even more what Octeta is.
I don't know what any of it's called, mate. They keep coming up with funny names. I don't remember any of them.
Oh, jeez, okay, that's so true.
Octeta is a hexadecimal editor. It allows you to edit binary files.
Oh, well, of course I
And
do that most of the day long. Why didn't you say that? That's how I write all my code.
you use Emacs and you use good old MX Butterfly. For those that don't get the hint, ping me and I'll show you the comic.
Okay,
so what should I show you how Octeta works? Just a picture of it.
well, probably maybe not right now. Maybe tell us, because it looks like this is to do with the speed with which the bug got fixed or something. It looks like you.
So I posted. I use, since I work on low-level stuff at work, I needed Octeta to check out some bits and see how they were handled. And I saw a bug that some things didn't work exactly as I expected. So I reported the bug, and I'm going to tell you exactly the time. At 7:49 UTC and at 16:38 UTC, I got a reply to that bug. But that reply wasn't just a, hey, I realize, hey, this is true, the bug is actually there, and so no, I didn't get that reply. I got the reply, a git commit that fixes the bug. So that was, from my calculations, almost 10 hours since the report and the bug was fixed.
Almost.
So that was very, very fast to get. I reported actually 2 bugs in that report, and just a few seconds later I got the second message. No, actually they're both in the same. Yeah, they're both in the same commit. No, different commits but same time. So the bugs were relatively easy to fix, but it was very. I got impressed. That's why I'm mentioning this. I got impressed by the speed of which the bugs got fixed, and I want to give a shout out to the author of the bug fix, who is, I hope I pronounce his name right, Friedrich W.H. Kossebau.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Friedrich, thanks a lot for the fix. I hope I'll get the new version quickly.
So thumbs up to you for that bug fix, Frederick. Come and join us in Telegram. You can find the things in the show notes, and Ovidiu will plus you some karma, which will be rather cool. All right. So next up, Katie's CERN Sprint happened. Well, we know about that. We talked all about that. Google Summer of Code ready to start. Ovidiu is a mentor. You're joking. Really? Are you?
Yep.
Hey, cool.
So I'm a mentor of a desktop application for Wiki2Learn. We're trying to build a desktop application so that people can have offline access to Wiki2Learn content. That desktop application is going to be built in QML so that it can be very easily ported to mobile and other operating systems. And I'm the mentor for that application. We had a lot of, I think 4 or 5 students applied for that. And I cannot make public yet if and what decision we may have made. I cannot make that public yet.
Okay, so we'll find out more about that next time, which is handy actually that we don't want to go into that in too much detail because we're now already 10 minutes over our main in focus section. And the in focus section today is taking a look at some of the stuff that has been going on with Plasma 5.6 and also talking about the new Ubuntu Touch platform that Aaron's got going on the Nexus 7. So first of all, I've got this little link here that says play this video, and I'm wondering whether I can make this do this. See whether I can put this into the Hangout. Wow, this could be really interesting. I wonder if I can make it do this.
There was a YouTube application, but I don't know what they did. They broke it. Yeah, no, still there. There, I've added the YouTube application to the Hangout.
Ah, okay. Let me see whether I can. Ah, there it is. Cool. Okay. So, and hopefully, I've got the
add clips
link
here.
Kubuntu Podcast. Wants to know which account I'm going to join into. So, excuse us, folks, while we just get lost in Google's new interfaces and technologies.
I think we're ready to show it off. I don't know if we can.
Oh, you think you're ready to show it off? Well, if you've got it, Ovidiu, you show it, and we'll take a look at it.
I think so. I'm not sure. I can hear it, but I'm not sure if it's broadcasting.
Oh, hang on. Welcome to you, Hangouts. Something to remember. I'm clicking OK, and let's see what happens. Ah, yeah, OK. So, I'm getting it here. So hopefully.
I also see it, but I'm not sure. So I have on my right here from my phone, I'm seeing the YouTube link, which has a slight delay from what we are actually doing. And I don't see it yet. But I'm not sure exactly where we are in the delay.
Okay.
No.
Play the current video.
I don't see it on the YouTube link. I don't think people can actually see it.
No, it's not working. Okay, right.
Bummer. I can put it on speakers and do that, what I did with the interviews again. Should I?
Yeah, okay. Why don't you do that then? See if you can set that up. Oh, was you going to say something, Aaron?
No, I just saying that I couldn't see it or hear anything either.
Okay. All right. Well, look. Maybe if a video goes ahead and sets that up, maybe we can talk to Aaron about Ubuntu Touch on the Nexus 7, and because I've just sprung that on you, maybe I should just tell you guys that I was very lucky. Earlier this week, I managed to sanction some budget from my my lovely wife, who allowed me to order the new Ubuntu tablet from BQ. So I've got that on order, and I've got a Bluetooth keyboard and a mouse that have already been delivered from Amazon, and I'm just waiting now for my BQ Aquarius M10 tablet to turn up, which has the new Ubuntu Touch convergent mode on it. So, but to give you guys a little bit of a taster of what's been going on with Ubuntu Touch and the convergent tablet, Aaron is going to take us through and just show us a little bit about what he's been doing. So, what have you got there for us, Aaron?
I'm about to leave some whiteness. Oh, now I'm focused. Now if I can auto-correct myself here. Pay attention to not to the man behind the curtain.
Aaron, is that tablet that you ran sudo rm-rf/?
Possibly.
Yeah, it is. Don't worry, I'm sure it won't delete everything you said, and then it was completely guffed.
Okay, so I'm running the newest over-there update that just came out today. If I can get this.
Okay.
You notice, is things reversed? Are things backwards on the webcam?
No, it looks good to me. Everything looks correct.
We see them perfect.
It looks correct to me.
Okay, so you see the desktop mode button here?
Yeah. Oh wow! Look at that.
Is that a normal Unity desktop?
It's Unity 8. And you see, you see how the Unity button went up to the top when it was on the bottom here?
Yeah.
And now you can move windows around.
Oh, look at that. Okay, yeah, I see. Whoa. So basically, we started with the tablet with the terminal open, but now both of those have dropped to Windows. So we've got the system and the terminal in windowed mode, and then we've got the menu bar that appears on the left-hand side, like you would expect on an ordinary Ubuntu desktop. And is that feature there, that desktop mode switching? That's a feature of the OS now, is it? So it doesn't just do it automatically when a Bluetooth keyboard is connected. You can actually switch between.
Yeah, I can do it manually. I have it kind of working. I can plug it into a monitor over here. I just don't know how the lighting situation will be to see it properly, but
Okay.
see if it pops up.
It's flashing
Switch
away.
There it goes.
Oh wow, yeah, there it is. Okay, lighting's a little bit bright, but it's adjusting. It's coming in. There we go. All right, that looks pretty cool.
I'm using the tablet. Oops. Yeah, I think my slim port adapter is kind of crappy.
Okay.
Yeah, I was using the touchpad on the tablet as an input for mouse for right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I need to order a new slim port adapter. But
And so this is running the OTA 10, the over-the-air update 10 that just came out in the last couple of days.
it came out today. By tomorrow, it should
Okay.
be everywhere.
Right, I'm with you.
And now I popped it off, and now it went back to tablet interface mode, and everything went down. That went down back to the bottom, and all the gestures
Okay,
and
yeah.
everything are back to normal.
It's back through to there.
I have
Yeah,
great
it is looking very, very good, and certainly the convergent technology, that being able to switch between the two is looking really strong. It's looking like they've done a good job on this, which is absolutely great. Really, really good. All right. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, got some music going on.
Be careful with that. We don't want any copyright claims on music.
If it's
Yeah,
5
no,
seconds,
that's
it's
it.
not.
That's
Hang on,
one of the
the-
problems I had with the broadcasting I did from the CERN.
The feds will be banging on my door any minute, and I'll be arrested.
No.
Fully working
Cool.
file manager.
Ah, yeah, okay. Wow, that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? That
Can you
looks
install
very
Dolphin
useful.
on that?
I don't know. I would have to turn off the read-only file system. That doesn't seem to work right, considering what I could do earlier, and break it. But
So,
you can run apt-get, so it should be. I don't know if there's an ARM build for Dolphin in the repository or not.
I think there is, but you can check if you want to. Can you increase the zoom on that? Make the font bigger?
Yeah. Let me see font size. That should be good enough.
Yep.
Oh, that's going to be superb for me because I'm mostly blind.
Can you try apt-get install Dolphin?
I think it's going to tell me that I don't have, yeah. Well, that's going to be apps locked up at the moment, I think.
Yeah.
Well, you can do updates, apparently.
Yeah, you could do app update. But it tells you
It's VAR cache app that was locked, wasn't it, though? It's the VAR cache file system that was locked.
Yeah, this is stocked right now. I don't have the file system read and write.
Okay.
But you can see.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
What we talked about earlier, when Aaron showed this to us the past week, I challenged him to run the command sudo rm-rf/, and he said it won't do anything because it's a read-only file system. And he ran the command because he was very certain that it won't do anything, and the tablet broke. Because
Yeah, that was really fun.
It was halfway functional, but it kind of broke.
That was fun. That was fun. That was very brave of you, Aaron, though, to do that, to give that a go and watch it blow up.
It's probably very
Great.
stupid.
I honestly did not expect him to actually run that command.
And I did.
Oh, magic stuff. Oh, good stuff. All right, so well, we're going to move off of that, but thank you very much for that demo and showing us the Nexus 7 running the new Ubuntu Touch interface, which looks wonderful. So, Ovidiu, are you ready to let us take a look while we're on this looking at new interfaces? Let's move across to the latest stuff from KDE, Plasma 5.6.
How do I switch my camera?
I'm just going to switch video to everyone. Okay.
You're showing me to everybody?
I am, yes.
Oh, there.
Okay, I'm going to put the microphone near my speakers, and I'm going to do the crazy and play this YouTube video. So you guys, shut up.
The clock is ticking, so it is the time to release Plasma 5.6, which brings many improvements and features to your desktop. The default Plasma theme, Breeze, now follows the application color scheme, allowing for a more personalized experience. KRunner gained cleaner look and support for drag and drop. The much improved Task Manager in Plasma 5.6 now displays progress of tasks, such as downloading or copying files. Hovering a music or video player shows beautiful album art and media controls, so you never have to leave the application you're currently working with. Users that place a folder applet in their panel can now choose between list and icon view. Additionally, tooltip animations have become more subtle. When adding desktop widgets, all windows get minimized and the Widget Explorer becomes semi-transparent during drag. Activity Manager backend was revamped, so creating and switching between activities should be noticeably faster. This release brings back the Weather and Media Frame widget. If you enjoy using Plasma, please consider donating to KDE so we can continue to work together and make the best free software possible.
Cool, cool, cool. All right. So, my first thought was I really like the new media button functions when you hover over that icon for a video, for a video player or or music, being able to stop that player without actually leaving the application you're in. That's nice. I really like that.
I always like improvements to the widget functionality, so I can't wait for the drag and drop stuff.
I like everything. I don't want to focus on just one thing. But most of all, I'm happy about the video itself. I've been jealous for such a long time on the GNOME people that they are doing awesome videos to promote them. And I'm super happy that finally we have awesome videos that show off our software.
This is true.
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually. I think you're absolutely right. And I wonder, is the lady doing the voiceover? Is that one of our community, or is that one of the members of the community that's done that?
I don't know. I don't know actually. I haven't asked around who made this.
Really interesting to find out.
It's on the official KDE channel.
Because it is really good, isn't it? Just really, really good. Done a really good job of that. Looking forward. Cool. All right, so I guess the question we want to be answering here on Kubuntu Podcast, of course, is that when are we going to see Plasma 5.6 in Kubuntu as part of the distribution? Does anybody know?
Backports 1604.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was pretty sure it's not going to be in Xenial, is it? It won't be in the release, which is 21st of April.
The lock the feature freeze is already in effect, and it's too big of a thing to push in. So it would be in backports in 1604 and then in 1510, I think.
Okay, but I guess once you've gone on to 1604, though, at some point Plasma 5.6 will come in as a standard update, will it?
Not 100% sure on that one, though.
Clive
Okay,
Joe
all right.
says he's looking for his trout. He wants to slap someone.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Probably me.
We said
Ovidiu will
something
take
bad.
that, Clive Joe. Ovidiu likes being slapped with a fish.
Come on!
Is this a metaphor for something else?
I have no idea, but I always know if there's going to be trouble, we send it Ovidiu's way.
Oh, jeez.
You like to get me into trouble.
It's cool.
I've asked Clive right now if he can give us some feedback about 5.6.
Okay.
And I'm
All right.
waiting for his reply.
All right. Well, we'll. I tell you what we'll do. We'll move forward into this next section because, would you believe it, guys? We're already 55 minutes in. So we're going to move back into user feedback and see what we've got going on here.
No comment.
Ooh, yeah, I shouldn't forget about that. I have one email left.
Well, you've got more feedback, have you?
Yeah, I think I have. More than what I wrote in there.
All right. So, well,
Well,
let's. I'll pick up on this one first here. This one's from Anthony Tucker, and he sent this in via the Kubuntu Podcast YouTube channel, and he says, I use Kubuntu Host OS and other operating systems in VirtualBox 5X. I enjoy your show, and I need help configuring VirtualBox headless server in Kubuntu. So we said, hi Anthony, sure thing, we can take a look at how to use VirtualBox from the command line to configure and start virtual machine boxes. And so I said that I would put that into the show notes. Now I didn't read that far in the show notes earlier on to realize that we're supposed to do a demonstration. So whilst Ovidiu gives us a little bit more feedback of what's next, I'll go and read the VirtualBox man page to find out how you do that headless.
Okay, so the other feedback that we got from Frank. Do I have Anthony Frank? That's his full name. Is that the same guy you just talked about?
No, you sound like
No. This was Anthony Tucker.
Okay, so this was Anthony Frank. So he sent us an email. I think he sent it just to me and Jonathan. Yeah, because our email is on the Kubuntu website. And he wants to give us this feedback. Dear Jonathan and Ovidiu, I am a web designer and happened to come across your website after looking over different Linux distros I wanted to play with. And let me say, thank you. Thank you for creating an easy-to-navigate website, easy-to-download, and easy-to-read website with good documentation. I see so few of them good websites in my career. I just wanted to stop and say, job well done. Keep up the good work and the Linux community will keep growing. Frank.
Excellent stuff. Well,
so that was especially good feedback to me and Aaron and Soy. What's Soy's real name again?
Martin, I think.
Marsan Sagel, maybe, I think.
Okay.
I'm
we
sure
were the
he'll
people
slaughter
that
us in
worked
our
mostly on the website, on the new theme, and launching it and reorganizing it. So for us, this was awesome feedback, an awesome pat on the back for getting some good feedback. So thank you a lot. Thank you very much for the good feedback, Frank.
Thank you, Frank.
Cool. Yeah, thanks very much, Frank. That's really, really good. And it's fantastic to hear this kind of feedback. And we're getting more and more of this coming in, seeing comments on the mailing list and so on and so forth. So do keep letting us know if you've got things that that you particularly like or things that you dislike that you'd like us to improve or to talk about, then get in touch with us. And we'll be going through how you can communicate with us just in a little while. So just jumping back to Anthony Tucker's question, I'm just going to see whether I can present my terminal screen to you, and I'll show you where I started with this actually. So basically, if I just share this up, which is my terminal, and put you in to present to everyone. So I started off my journey here just by doing man.
Make the font
Make
a little
what
bit
bigger?
bigger.
The font a bit bigger.
Yeah.
Hold on a
Control
moment.
scroll. Control scroll. Control scroll.
Control scroll. No, you're better off letting me just do it the way that I do it.
Okay.
Control plus.
I know it works in console because I always use it, but okay.
No, well, but I don't know where. But you're talking about a key. I don't understand what that key is. Control scroll.
CTRL.
Control.
Oh,
and
okay,
use the
right,
scroll
yeah.
on the mouse.
Control scroll on the mouse. Okay, right. Thank you. All right, cool. Well, why are we doing something differently? Why can't we just use Control plus, the standard plus and minus that you would do in
Because
X?
you have to use
No.
shift with that.
Let's do something different. Oh, okay. And next you'll be telling me I've got to use Emacs. Never going to do it. Never going to do it.
I will never use Emacs.
I don't.
Okay,
let's
so-
not get into that flame war.
No, let's not. All right, so this is a good place to start. So obviously a headless configuration is a little bit more difficult because you're going to need to use some of the other VirtualBox command line tools. But the place to start, which sometimes isn't always clear, is man pages. So man pages are the manual pages that are built into every Unix or Linux system, and those commands are accessible using the word man. So as you can see here, I've got manual man page, manual VirtualBox, which brings me to this page here. Shows me how to start a particular virtual machine, how to switch it into full screen, put it into debug mode, start and pause and start running, and so on and so forth. It also tells you some information about the environment variables there. Another tool that you might want to use as well, Anthony, is this tool, which is called Apropos. And if you put Apropos, what you'll find is you'll get anything appropriate, if you like, appropriate to the operating system, so Apropos, to do with VirtualBox. And you can see that it tells you there VirtualBox is a man, is man 1, virtual, takes you back to that man page there. Now the man page to me looks a bit sparse actually, because I think there are more commands there that you can use for VirtualBox. So I'm just going to try. I'm just going to do virtual CLI and see if I can find anything there about using it. How to use VirtualBox terminal in a terminal command line.
The VirtualBox command. There's also the VBox manage command that you can use for managing various parts of VirtualBox, but it doesn't have a man page. VBox manage.
Oh, okay,
VBox
okay.
headless.
Or
Let's try that
does it
then.
have?
VBox headless. At the
I
top.
don't know the
Okay,
VBox
yeah.
headless.
It says VBox headless at the top. So man
Caps
1
lock.
VBox headless.
Try. Let's try
Try with-
man. Okay, VBox headless. Here you go. So now you've got. This looks a bit more like it. Start a VM, enable VNC, set up the VNC ports, capture and record the screen. Okay,
so basically there are options for everything that you have a button for. You just have to look into these man pages and see which is the right command to use for what you want to achieve.
yeah, there is. Here you go. VBox manage has a man page too. And as a video said, yeah, you just basically got to go through the docs.
The man page didn't show on my computer because the kernel modules aren't loaded right now. So.
Okay. So, well, the tool I used there was a Propos VBox and a Propos VirtualBox. A Propos VBox pulls back the various commands that you can call there, so the various tools that you can use, and that bracket 1 tells you which of the 8 man pages is relevant to this. So man 1 are usually the kind of application information pages that tell you how to use a particular tool, and so it's actually a good idea to get in the habit of using the man page number that you want. So man 1, and then you could say VBox DSL, VBox to find out about the SDL tool layer, and it tells you basically what you can do with that. The other different man pages do different things.
And you can switch pages from it if you want.
Is it man 8 for all the system calls, Unix system calls? Is that man page 8?
I don't remember what each page of the man is. I don't use the man.
Man will tell us. Here we go. Yeah. So if we do, this is a real command, man, which is the manual page for the manual page display tool. So man, and it tells you there that man page library, the man page section 1 is executable programs and shells. Man page 2 is about system calls, 3 library calls, and so on and so forth, and tells you about all the various other bits and pieces. So it was man 2 that's the system calls.
Open page 6.
Man page on games. What could we do?
I'm curious about that.
Let's have a look. Apropos. Let's try Chromium, because Chromium. That's only the browser. Apropos.
Try a game.
I'm trying one. Where's nothing?
I don't know that game.
Ooh.
Try Patience.
Okay. Oh, whoops. Patience. No, nothing. And 6. Okay. Patience. Anyway, well, we're off topic anyway. So the key to this, Anthony, is that Apropos and man are your friends. Those are the tools that you want. Obviously, you can go around on Google and search around and Googling and get all kinds of, into how-tos and so on and so forth. But for the official documentation for packages, man is the page that you want to use. So hope that helps you out. All right. Let's get back to the show notes and see what we got to cover. All right. So, well, we are, of course, now. We're just coming up on 10 minutes overrunning the show. So we've been at this for an hour and 10 minutes now, guys. So I guess we better wrap it up. What I do want to recommend to people, though, just before we jump into the outro section, is just a quick reminder for people about the Kubuntu packaging party, which is taking place next Friday night at 8 p.m. Now that's 8 p.m. British summertime, so it's going to be 7 p.m. UTC. Am I right with that, guys?
I think.
We hope so. We hope so. I'm just gonna.
One can hope.
Hang on. Yeah, it is. It will be. Yes, it will be. It will be 7 p.m. UTC, 8 p.m. British summertime. And you'll be able to join us. Come and find us out. Come and look us up on Google+. You can find out. We'll have some information on the podcast channel. We won't be using Google Hangouts. We won't be using Google Hangouts for the packaging party. We're going to be using our new Big Blue Button web conference server. And that means that for you guys joining or wanting to be involved in the packaging party, you can do one of the kind of 3 or 4 things. So you can come and join the Big Blue Button conference server, and you can join with video and web and audio. So video and audio like this as a web video conference. You're free to come and join like that if you like. You can just join without the camera if you want to. So you can just join, treat it like a mumble room. So you could just talk and listen. If you only want to listen, then you can do that too. Big Blue Button supports that.
We have a chat in there, and you can chat with us.
That's right, yeah. So you'll be basically, you can just join, and there's a chat window where you can get involved as well. And of course, you can come and hang out with us all in the various IRC channels, and we'll give you a little bit more information about that in a little while as we go through the outro section. So that is next Friday, the 15th of April. Follow us on Google+, or go and take a look at kubuntu.org/news for all the details. We'll have that with you. All right. So,
oh my God.
What were you going to say, Aaron?
I'm sorry. I was just reading the documentation for the new update for Ubuntu phone. I just figured out the tablet, the side stage thing that you have two windows open at once, and it blew my mind. Sorry, I had a mind blown.
Oh, okay. He's geeking out and getting all tech excited. Good stuff. All right, so let me take you through the outro section. So once again, big thanks to the guys at bigbluebutton.org. Go and check those guys out and go and have a look at the tool. That's what we're going to be using with the packaging party. All right, so make sure you come and visit us at kubuntu.org. We maintain the news on there. You can download the operating system. You can find out more about it. We've got lots of links and information for you there. Come and join and communicate with us. We're always hanging out in IRC. You can find us on irc.freenode.net in #Kubuntu. And if you're having any difficulties or you want any questions answered, that's our support channel too. So do give us a shout in there. You can also be involved with us in Telegram. And I'm going to give you some more karma now, actually, Ovidiu, because I know that you worked on setting up the chat bot that basically links the various Kubuntu IRC channels and Telegram. And it works genius, mate.
I forgot about those. So there's a bot that I used and I've set it up on my server as a service that links up and synchronizes IRC and Telegram, and we have this for all of Kubuntu, all of the Kubuntu channels. On IRC they're called channels, on Telegram they're called groups, and they're synchronized, and now anybody can join either on Telegram or on IRC or both, and you can just chat, and whatever you type it will be relayed onto IRC and it will be relayed to Telegram. So right now I'm mostly online from Telegram, and I'm always in touch to see what's happening on IRC.
And what that has also done for us is it has meant that I think it's really improved things in the support channel. So in #Kubuntu, where people ask questions, because there are more of us moving around, and of course, if we're out mobile or something like that, we can see that people have got questions that they want to answered, and I know that that's made an improvement there as well. So thanks for that, Ovidiu, and of course you can find out more about that via the various channels. We haven't got any public links on here for Telegram at the moment because it's kind of invite only. So if you want to get involved in Telegram, then come and join us on IRC first of all, and someone there will explain how you can utilize that.
We have public links for the support channel and the off-topic channel. They have public links. But the developer channel and the council channel, those are private and invite only.
Okay, right, cool. All right.
So let's add links in the show notes so people can join them. I'll take
cool. We'll do that. We'll add some links in the show notes. Yeah. So Aaron just interrupted me briefly there. We are getting a little bit tight for time, my man. But what do you want to show off?
I have no idea if this is gonna. I have my email open while listening to music. That's multitasking dream right there. And you can open anything to the side. Email, I can browse a website while checking an email. Or, I don't know, I'll be looking on GitHub for Rick's pull requests while listening to some music.
Yeah, okay. I better get that code done then. Cool. All right, good stuff. Well, do you know, we'll do a session on the tablet, on the Ubuntu Touch tablet, and perhaps once mine turns up. So maybe next time we'll do an in focus section and look at that in more detail. I say maybe, we'll see, because we're trying to get the KDN Live guys on as well to talk about video editing. All right, let's do the social media channels while we're still on that. So you can get in touch with us on Google+, find us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Reddit, and of course on LinkedIn. And if you want to contact us here at the Kubuntu Podcast team, then you can do that via irc.freenode.net on #Kubuntu-podcast. You usually find the three of us hanging around in that channel. Or of course hook up with us and follow us on Google+ or of course subscribe. Subscribe. You know you want to subscribe. Subscribe to our YouTube channel where you'll find this monthly video podcast as well. A big thanks. I've got to go out to Andreas Del Sarto, actually. I didn't give him a mention, but sitting in the background very quietly, busying himself away, he'll later on produce this as an audio MP3 that you will then be able to go and download from the podcast section on the website as well. So a big thanks to Andreas, who does that post-production for us. All right, so without further ado, it is time that I shut up. So thank you very much for joining us this evening. It was great to spend some time talking about Kubuntu again. So I'll catch up with you next time, and hopefully I'll see you at the packaging party on Friday the 15th. My name's Rick Timmis. I'll see you soon. I'm going to hand over to Ovidiu.
Hello guys, thanks for watching the show, thanks for giving us feedback during the live show, and keep in touch with us. We'll do our best to reply to every request and every question, and see you next time.
Hey guys, thanks for the feedback. Be sure to join us on Telegram, and see you in the next one.